What's good, everybody? It's your boy Will. Today's video I'm going to be showing you guys the best controller settings in NBA 2K22. Now this is going to work for both next gen and current gen, as they do all the same things, but a lot of people have been asking me what controller settings I use for defensive assist as well as box set assist and the other settings, whether I have them on or off. So I'm going to go over everything and break everything down for you guys and explain to you what each and every setting actually does and how it affects your gameplay. I've personally been playing competitive Pro-Am for years now, so I know what most people use and I know what works best for me when I'm playing against top players in the world. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I use now. The first setting is going to be vibration function. Now personally, I play with vibration off on my controller. There are some people that feel like it helps them out when they're trying to time their jump shot. Vibrates when they're going to release a shot, but me personally, I feel like vibration messes me up. It's kind of distracting, so I keep it off. I would recommend you to keep it off as well, but if you like it, doesn't really affect your gameplay in any way. It's just vibration to the controller. Now, trigger effect. If you ever play with this on, I would highly recommend you turn this off. This literally makes it so you cannot press the triggers down on your controller. It has really no benefit at all. So you're going to want to keep trigger effect off. Shot meter, I would also keep this off. You do get a boost to your jump shot when you have the shot meter off. So personally, I want to have the best shot at greening a shot, so I'm going to keep this off. Now, for people that are trying out a new shot, I can see why you would keep this on, but ultimately you want to be able to take this off and shoot without the meter. Now, for shot timing, I would recommend you guys to do shots only for this. Now, there are some people that use real player percentage, but this game is already so easy to shoot that you might as well just leave it on shots only. The reason why we don't have it on layups is because NA for layups, where the computer times your layups, makes it so you pretty much make everything in the paint. There's no need to time them, so we're going to do shots only for shot timing. Now, obviously the perfect release and perfect release SFX do not matter. This is purely visual. It's whatever you like to see when you shoot a shot. Player indicator is the same thing. It's just whatever you have underneath your player's feet, whether that's a circle or a basketball or a flame, whatever. And the same thing with the indicator color. It just changes the color of what is under your player's feet. This doesn't affect your gameplay in any way. Now, free throw timing, you can make this real player percentage so the AI shoots your free throws. There are some people that do that, but in this game, it's way easier to time free throws than it was in the last on 2K21. So personally, I use user timing for this because it's very easy to green shots at the free throw line. But you could put it on real player percentage if you're just trash at shooting. Now, pro stick function, we're going to want to leave this on default. If we only put it on shots or only on dribble moves, it's going to mess up when you try to do certain moves, so leave this on default. Now, for pro stick orientation and off ball offense mode, I'm going to leave both these on absolute. Usually absolute is the best because wherever you are on the court, you're always doing the same movement on your right stick instead of having a camera relative where you have to kind of predict to where you are and move the stick accordingly. So leave those in absolute. Double team reaction, this is really more of something that you use in career. It doesn't really affect your gameplay in park or Pro-Am. I have this on manual, and same thing with help defense button function. I have this on double team. Some people say this helps when you hold L1 and you're trying to trap somebody, but I'm not really sure about that. I feel like these are more of a my career thing. Same thing with call for pick and roll versus fade. This is mainly for career. Now, player icons, you're going to want to leave these up. Whenever you pull up your icons to pass the ball, it's going to show them, so you definitely want this on. Skip pass, I disabled this. Nobody really throws skip passes intentionally, so I turn this off. It's where you hold down the pass button and it throws it to a farther receiver, which is kind of weird. Icon lead passing, this is something you can turn off. If you're holding left stick to the left and you icon to somebody, it's going to pull them to the left, so you could turn this off, but I have it on. Pro stick pass type, this doesn't really matter. This is if you're passing with the right stick, which is kind of weird to do in the first place, so I have this on normal. Icon passing, I leave this on default. Receiver control, this is default as well. These are things that you're really not going to do while you're playing the game. Pro stick defense, you want this on absolute. And who to guard. These three settings right here are definitely the most important for your gameplay, as well as the ones down here where it changes your passing settings. But right now we're going to focus on who to guard. So if you're someone that's guarding on ball, whether you're a lockdown or you're a point guard guarding ball, you might want to turn on who to guard just so your arrow is pointing towards the person that you're defending, and it's going to help you stick onto them as you're guarding them on ball. But personally, for me, I play center. A lot of times playing center in this game, since I usually am playing Pro-Am, I'm going to be switching up from guarding the corner and guarding pick and roll. So I don't want my arrow to be pulling me to the corner if I'm trying to switch onto the pick and roll and try to get a stop. So personally, I leave who to guard off so I don't have an arrow, but at the same time, if you are guarding ball, you can leave this on. Now, for defensive assist strength, again, I'm playing center, so I'm mainly going to be in the paint trying to get stops. And I feel like having defensive assist kind of messes me up. I feel like the AI is kind of dragging me and trying to get me to do something that I'm not, and I don't have complete control over my player. So for that sake, I do leave this on 0, and the same thing with box out assist strength. I feel like it's trying to force me to box out in certain situations where I really don't want to, whether I'm trying to run around somebody, not really worm them, but run around a guy trying to box me out. It doesn't force me to get behind them and get in a box out animation. I'm able to just run around them. So that's why I leave both these on 0. However, if you are playing lockdown, I would recommend you to try out defensive assist on about 10. I don't think I'd put it up much higher than that because I feel like the AI is trying to make you do too much, if that makes sense. But having it on 10 is going to help you not slide as much while you're guarding your man one-on-one, or whether you're trying to fight through screen. So you can leave this on 10 if you're a lockdown or a point guard or you're guarding up top, but I wouldn't go much higher than 10 in this game because I feel like it's a little bit overkill. So I would stay at about 10 if you're guarding ball, but if you're someone like a power forward or a center, just put this on 0 and try it out and tell me what you think, because that's what I've always been playing on for the past I don't know how many years. So same thing with box out assist strength. I would personally leave this on 0. I don't really think it's needed. Now, the second most important thing is going to be your pass target profile. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you suck at passing, now you're not going to be respected for doing this. But if you're terrible at passing, go ahead and just throw on 98 openness like this right here. What this is going to do is you're going to press X and it's going to throw it to the most open man. So let's say somebody's cutting through the paint down the middle and somebody leaves the corner to go drop on the cutter. If you press X, you're going to dot that corner with openness, which, is it cheap? Yeah. Is it kind of pathetic? It is. But people do it, and tons of people that are playing competitive Pro-Am for money have this on. So I'm not going to really knock you for it. If you really are terrible at passing, I would just throw on openness and let it rock. But personally, what I do is I usually just have 90 direction on because I'm playing center. A lot of times when you get a board and the corner's open, you can just aim left stick to that corner and it's going to throw it to that corner. Having openness on, you can't really aim the stick and throw it to who you want to because it's mainly just going to throw it to the open man. So that's the difference. Pass target distance means absolutely nothing. It's pretty much useless. It just comes down to directional or openness. Again, I'm playing center, so I have directional on. There are a lot of guys that use openness though, so I'm going to leave that up to you guys, what you like. Try them both out. But again, these have been the best controller settings. A lot of people have been asking me for this probably over the past year or two, trying to figure out what I personally use. So I figured I'd come out with this video to help you guys out. Now, again, the most important two settings are going to be, defensive assist strength, and then obviously the passing settings. But all of these other settings matter a lot. If you have the wrong setting on, you're going to find yourself unable to do certain drill moves, certain moves in the post. So you want to copy these moves and all these settings exactly and make sure that you have them on. And when you do this, you want to make sure that you do it at the main menu of the game. If you do it while you're in the park, it's not going to save all the time. So you want to make sure that you set all these up in the main menu. But again, I hope this video helped you guys out. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great day. Peace.